But when I hit 30, I let myself go. I projected how I felt about myself in the mirror into how I treated myself. So I wasn't watching what I ate. I started drinking more. I wasn't watching how much I ate or when I ate. I started drinking more and drinking more and drinking more. And then next thing I know, I'm gaining from 5 pounds to 10 pounds to 15 pounds to now I am in a whole nother, uh, I'm hitting 200. Hey y'all, welcome to Perfect Imperfections. I am your host, Kalia Bell, but you can just call me Kay. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here on my healing journey as I heal mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and financially, all so that I can grow from the woman that I am today into the woman that I want to become. And yes, I am a woman, a wife, and a mom, but this programming is for anyone, anybody, no matter what you identify as, because we are all imperfect people trying to live our life as perfectly as we can. So thank you for being here and thank you for being on my journey. Today is my first visual recording. And I have to be honest, I have been fighting this forever and a day. God has been pushing and pushing and pushing me to go visual. But going visual means that now I'm worrying about my equipment, my camera, my microphones, how I look. And God is like, use what you have because you have all that you need, and all that I need is Him. So I'm using what I have. I bought, if you listen to my first podcast, my first episode of my podcast, that is on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. If you listen to my first episode, then you will know that I talked about wanting to do a podcast for over 10 years. In 2020, I purchased cameras, I purchased mics, I purchased ring lights, I purchased backdrops, I purchased all this stuff in 2020 and I still never did it. And then fast forward to now, right now I'm in a season of when God tells me to move, I'm just going to move. I'm not going to fight it. No matter what I feel, I'm going to do. So God said, you have everything that you need. You already have it. Just start. Start with what you have and then we'll worry about it. Worry about the other stuff later on. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm being obedient. God told me to record and I am recording. My biggest thing with going visual also was the aesthetics of how I look. I got to keep my hair done and dress a certain kind of way. And I was like, you know what? My programming is perfectly imperfect. I went to the gym today. So my hair is not done. You're going to get me in these good gym clothes because I am going to be obedient. And I'm excited that you guys get to see me in my start, because once I start growing and I get more confident in my communication and my equipment gets better and my sound gets better, you guys can say, hey, I remember when I watched her first video or I listened to her first episode on her podcast, look where Kalia is now. So I'm going to start now with what I have. And again, I already have what I need because I got God right with me. But I'm going to start now with what I have. And I'm excited that you guys are going to be able to see me on this journey, in this growth. Now, today's episode, this recording is actually I'm stepping all the way outside of my comfort zone. When I have these recordings and I have these conversations, I want it to be a conversation. I don't want it to sound like it's pre-recorded or scripted or anything like that. I want us to have a conversation because I'm speaking from my heart and I'm speaking from experiences. And I just think it's just better when it just flows. So forgive me if I'm rambling, but I just got to get this message out. I tried to record this via audio because yes, I am wanting to be obedient. Yes, I am trying to grow with what God is telling me to do. But if I'm being honest, I do barter with God. I try to negotiate like, all right, Lord, I'm going to do this, but can I do this? And if I do this, can I do this? So I recorded it via audio and I did not like the way any of those audios came back. And God kept telling me, because you're not being obedient, I need you to have this conversation visually. By me having this conversation visually, I am stepping all the way, like I said, all the way outside of my comfort zone. because this conversation is about insecurities. Can you imagine recording for the first time about insecurities when you are still trying to overcome some of the insecurities that you are dealing with? That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. And I'm going to be obedient. So growing up, elementary school and middle school, I suffered with low self-esteem. Some of my features, I was did not did not look at as beautiful, and I would get teased about certain things, and I allowed the ignorance of children to kind of cloud my judgment or what others said about me to make me feel how I felt. Um, when I was younger, I had this feeling of I'm not that pretty, so I have to be nice. And that was hard. Um, and it's still hard when I think about that, to process being a child. And I know I'm not the only one, which is why I definitely feel a little more comfortable with doing that, having this conversation, because I know I'm not the only one. And it was even harder. Well, not harder, but the ironic thing is I had my best friend at the time when I was in school was like, we called her like the hood Pocahontas. My best friend name is Venetia, but we called her Chi Chi. And she is beautiful. I mean, gorgeous. And so being her best friend, like, and me having my insecurities and me not feeling pretty, it never caused an issue in our relationship because she's just a down chick. She's just a cool chick. But it always made me feel even more ugly because she was so damn pretty. She's gorgeous. So going through elementary school, going through junior high school, and even up until high school, I had to deal with what I felt when I looked in the mirror. I never looked in the mirror and saw beauty. I always looked in the mirror and said that I was a nice, I always loved who I was as a person, but to actually look in the mirror and see yourself as beautiful, I did not. And it really came to a head when I gained all my weight, because I've never had an issue with weight. Up until maybe the age of about 30, I never really had an issue with weight. I've always been kind of a slim, thick kind of, woman. But when I hit 30, I let myself go. I projected how I felt about myself in the mirror into how I treated myself. So I wasn't watching what I ate. I started drinking more. I wasn't watching how much I ate or when I ate. I started drinking more and drinking more and drinking more. And then next thing I know, I'm gaining from 5 pounds to 10 pounds to 15 pounds to now I am in a whole nother, I'm hitting 200. And it just started spiraling out of control and I could not pull myself in. And that was because I didn't love myself. That was because I did not authentically love myself. And like I said, it wasn't until I gained my weight that I realized there were things that I did not take care of from childhood into adulthood. I made a video about my hair. It wasn't until 2020, because of COVID, that I learned to love my hair. And I was 38, 39. So these are years and years and years of insecurities that I've piled on into myself, and now trying to unearth those, trying to bring it to a head and fix that. It has been difficult. It has truly been difficult. Every day, no matter what I look like, no matter how I went to, and you know, if you're a natural girl, then you already know that there are going to be times where with your twist out are not going to be all nice and neat all the time. So there are some times where I'm going to bed with 5, 6 big dookie braids or dookie twists in my hair. The outcome is beautiful, but going to bed it look a little crazy. Um, so no matter what I go to bed with, no matter how I go to bed or no matter how I wake up, I look at myself in the mirror and I say, Kalia, you are beautiful. I tell myself every day you are beautiful. Out of habit, the enemy, when I look at myself in the mirror, out of habit, the enemy is going to point out everything that I was insecure about. I was insecure about my nose. I was insecure about my lips. And with my weight gain, I've definitely been insecure about my shape, but God. Those are things that I am working on. Those are things that I'm falling in love with. I am falling in love with me because I know that I am made in God's image. I am truly, 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 beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And I am holding myself as a beautiful woman. I am beautiful. And the ironic thing is now, because one thing that I'm doing in this healing journey is I am talking to the younger me. I am living for the younger me. So how I treated myself as a child and as kids, you don't really know any better. You really don't know. So now that I'm an adult, I now have to fix and heal what I did to little K. So now when I look at younger pictures of me, I only see the beauty in me that when I was a child. And I hope and pray if you are listening to this message and if you see this video, I hope and pray if you're someone that is dealing with insecurities, take a moment to look at yourself in the mirror, and for every negative that you may say or may think, come up with 3 positives about yourself. Start with that. So I started with every day saying, Kalia, your hair looks beautiful today. Kalia, you have the perfect nose with your cheekbones. Kalia, you, whatever it may be. I started with that. For every one negative, I would say 3 positive things about myself. So now every day while I'm brushing my teeth, I am telling myself, you look beautiful today. Now I have to be up at 3:30 in the morning for work. And so you can imagine at 3:30 in the morning, and I work from home still, thank God. But you can imagine that I don't look like my best self. But if I walk past the mirror or if I look in the mirror, I am going to address myself and say, hey, beautiful. Hey, gorgeous. Clear, you look good today. You look wonderful. And I have to keep doing this, and I will keep doing this because I am beautiful. I am gorgeous. And I look good today. So this is part of the work that God wants me to do. And if you hear this message, please, please, please take a look at yourself and see all the beauty. See all the beauty. We are all flawed. We all have issues. We all have scars. Every single one of us. But you are wonderfully made. You are beautifully made. And you are made in God's image. So I hope that helps someone. Like I said, thank you for being here at the beginning stages. As I grow, as I become more secure within myself, as I become more secure with my platform, just as I become better. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I hope this helped someone. If this helped you, like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please like, comment, and subscribe and share. If it did not help you, still like, comment, subscribe, and share. Be on the lookout for more stuff that I'm doing. I'm excited. I'm definitely nervous because this is new. This is new. And I'm making a commitment. I'm making a commitment not only to myself, I'm making a commitment, most importantly, to God, but I'm making a commitment to you, whoever that you is, because I know for a fact I'm not alone on my feelings. I know for a fact that I'm not alone on this journey. And I know for a fact that there is someone out there that is starting from where I started and just needs some guidance as we go through this. So, again, thanks for being here. Thanks for listening thus far. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, peace.